Good morning, everyone. Today is September 24th, 2021. This is StockCast, your pre-market show. My name is James Mason. I think we have Todd Derby tuning in with us right now. Let's see.
Good morning, traders.
Good morning, Todd. Todd, nice green screen.
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
You want no picture for it?
Something's like I had to redo my whole StreamYard to get in today. Let me check out here.
All right.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
All right. So thank you for everyone tuning in this morning. We have a lot of people in here this morning, so that is awesome. Let's see. We run through the comments really quick.
Curtis James hit us up with a nice tip.
See, so Curtis, thank you for the tip. Johnny, thank you for the tip.
Todd just wake up. No, Todd did not wake up. I've been up since 4:30. I may or may not have been on the phone with a high-end investor that's looking to buy a lot of POAI today.
All right. Ion John, thank you for the tip. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So currently Dow Futures are down 165 point. S&P 500 futures are down 25 points. And I do believe that this is where we start rolling back over the market. I was just waiting. I wanted to make an alert yesterday, but near the end of the day that I felt like it was going to get rejected off of the daily middle Bollinger Band line. And I'll show you guys the chart here in a second. But I was wanting to make that alert, but I had to stop myself and just remind myself, hey, wait for confirmation. Like, stop trying to think ahead of what the market is actually doing and just wait for confirmation. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen with everyone. All right, so here are the S&P 500 futures, and this is the daily chart. And we've been talking about this past few days. Now, I was kind of actually expecting it to get rejected off of that non-EMA, but I mean, for whatever reason, we had a strong bullish day yesterday, which literally makes no sense at all. So it's appearing that it's going to, at the moment, it's appearing that it's going to get rejected off of the middle Bollinger Band line. Now, I need to see the S&P 500 break below, let's see, break below 4421. 90.90, so 4,421 and 90 cents. I need to see it break below that before I'll be okay with buying more put contracts. And we're really just a few points away from it. I don't think it'd be too hard, but what I'm kind of a little concerned about today is, I mean, those S&P 500 futures are already down 25 points. Just a little bit concerned that we'll catch a little bit of choppiness here at the bell and screw up our entries. So really the only thing we can do about that is just start off with small position sizes. And once we have that momentum in our favor, that's when we can start scaling in more to the downside. All right. Let's just go and get into what everybody is here for. Predictive Oncology.
Actually, I'm laughing at Curtis's tip comment. You put that up on the screen.
Hold on. This right here?
Yeah. Trying to give you some more trading funds to work with.
Yeah, since I'm all in.
You're all in. Not anymore. You have $10 more to work with.
Yep. Thank you, Brittany, for the tip. All right, so let's go and talk about it. All right. Predictive Oncology, ticker POAI. Y'all have probably heard of it for all of 2021. All right, so yesterday I made the post about Predictive Oncology being extremely bullish on the daily chart. And we can see that daily candle just completely engulfing the previous one that had gapped up. which is great. So pre-market, we're currently sitting at 124. Yesterday, we closed it at 119. We did hit pre-market highs of 136, I believe. Yes, 136. And one of the reasons why is, well, all the people buying up shares and not really too many people are selling off, which is good. It's good for a freaking change that people are getting out of the penny flipping bullshit because they're going to get caught with their pants down. And that happened the other day. A lot of them thought they was going to flip it for a few cents, wait for it to drop back down to $1. And then they bought it in the teens. And then some had to buy it in the 20s. That's what happens. You'll get caught with your pants down. So also on top of that, the shorts have come in strong, and they've been fighting this thing for the last 2 days, and it's already looking like day 3. They're going to try to fight their ass off and get this thing to go back down. Now, nobody knows for sure, but with the way this is trending, and a lot of people are not selling off, with the way this is trending, I feel pretty good that the float is pretty much bought up. And what that means is there's not much supply of shares on the market. And if people keep, I can't tell people what to do, but if theoretically speaking, if people would hold their shares as these people try to short it, when they short it, and if no one sells, it's not going to shake anybody out to help them push the price down. So if they go to short it and it doesn't really go anywhere, it will just bounce because no one's selling into their pressure. that stops really what they're trying to do. And they'll have to actually either cover for break even or have to cover higher. It's always great when they have to cover higher, especially when people start buying into that shorting pressure.
Another way to think about shorts is supply and demand. If James has a car to sell and I have a car to sell, and they're close to identical cars, and Jonathan wants to buy one of the cars and I don't want to sell, that puts James in a better position to ask for more money because he knows that Jonathan wants that car. And then so if James and Todd both don't want to sell the car and the third person shows up, that third person can get even more money because of supply and demand. So if you don't have your shares for sale, you don't have limit orders for them to sell, then the price will run up. And if the biggest thing that James and I were talking about last night late was it was only a couple 100,000 shares in the after hours, and that price moved like 12 cents. So we think that's why we think the short's getting the float's getting locked up because
it's not taking much volume,
right?
Not much buying volume to push us up. So when we started this week in Predictive Oncology, there were only 1.8 million shares being short. Yesterday, it got up to 5.9 million. That's how hard they're trying to beat this right back down to $1. And again, I can't tell anybody what to do, but if people just hold their shares, if no one is selling and trying to penny flip, which the people who are penny flipping, I've seen it. I've called a couple of them out. The people who are penny flipping are usually the ones who are complaining, why is this stock not moving up?
Right.
Y'all the damn reason why. I mean, y'all are selling into the shorts momentum or the momentum they're trying to create, and it actually ends up creating the momentum for the shorts, and it just causes more people to sell, and then it just gets beat back down. So with the float, in my opinion, near locked up, and if people keep holding this thing, the shorts have been just trying. I mean, I think when you have an increase from 1.8 million to 5.9 million and it just kept going up, that right there tells you that the float is locked up and people are just not selling. And so they're constantly have to cover a little bit higher and a little bit higher, which just, it keeps moving our PPS up. So we all know and understand that trading is not a team event in the end, but at the same time, we all have a vested interest here, and that vested interest is if you're a bull, we're trying to make money by this thing going up. And if you're a bear, well, you can get the hell out of here. At least in my trades. So that's what I'm looking for.
So another thing let's talk about is we talk about a price target, and we've talked about how this could turn into a black swan. If the shorts keep increasing, that's going to drive the price up, and when the warrants go through without the catalyst. So there's two factors that are going to help drive this price, and if those happen before the catalyst drops, this can turn into something special.
Yes. So let's talk about the warrants. All right. So these 125 warrants, they can execute them at, let's see, I think I read something. Their actual price would be 136.7 or something like that. Whenever they would execute them, and I believe there's like 15 million, and there may be a little bit more on top of it, but there's like 15 million shares that I know for sure. Now, just because the price, let's just say the price gets up to that range, and this would have to happen in an open market, by the way. You can only execute warrants in the open market. The same for options. So those warrants, it's not that it would happen automatically. Like if it hits 136 or 137, it's not like it's going to be like ding 137 and then it just boom, they're all executed. Now the firms who have those warrants, could they do that? Absolutely, but it's going to be dependent on them and what they do. Now, when that does take place, those warrants will be exercised on the open market, and you'll just see massive bullish volume come out of nowhere. So the key is getting this price back above around 135, 136, and really the higher we can just keep this pushing up, the better for everybody. And actually the higher that we get the PPS value up, whenever they would exercise those warrants, it's just throwing more fuel onto that fire, especially if it's already in a parabolic run. If they execute those warrants in a parabolic run, especially with how many people are short now in this, man, it'd be devastating to the shorts.
It'll be entertaining. It'll be entertaining, actually.
Yes. Yep. So that's, in short, that's how the warrants, should work out. I'm trying to think what else do I have for predictive oncology.
I've actually had a couple of people reach out to me and ask me, they go, when do you think the news is going to drop? When do you think the catalyst is going to drop? And let's just revisit the answer. The answer is when they're ready.
Yes, guys.
We don't, it's out of our control. We just have to trust the process. And based on what they've shown us so far over the last 6 months, they have a plan. You just have to make sure that you're in the seat when the plan is ready to go.
Yeah, and if you guys are just especially the ones who are just jumping in this trade, because when I made this original alert, 3 hours later, people were already complaining and saying, when is this going to keep going up? Like it's pulled back X amount. I'm like, good Lord, I don't even know who you are on TikTok. You're already 3 hours later complaining about this. But if you're just now jumping in this and you're asking about the news, just get out. Trading is not trading. I'm not being mean, but trading's not for you. You're too impatient to trade. And if you're just too impatient to trade, you're just going to lose money and you're going to annoy the hell out of everyone else. It's just that simple. So, yeah, predictive oncology, at least on the daily chart. And then I'll get this in a sec, but at least on the daily chart, it's looking nice. It's breaking out that downtrend, and let's see what we can get. Now, if they drop a catalyst on top of all of us, especially in this reversal, that would be great. Just saying. Let's see. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't know where people, I keep seeing this question. I don't know where people are getting that, they keep saying, oh, but it's going to have to fill that gap. What? What? It just gapped up. Why the hell would it gap down to fill it and then go back up? That's all I gotta say about that. Like, what? All right, so let's go ahead and let's hit something else. Let's go through comments. Todd, did you see anything else in the comments?
Take a look at ticker ZIVO. ZIVO. It's up 100% this morning already. There's no shorts available for it, which is sometimes means it could be a bull runner, and it's already ran, but it could. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
9 million shares outstanding. For the last accurate short interest report, there's next to nothing. I'm sure those numbers are pretty high since they had that gap up a couple days ago, but I'm not seeing anything in the news for them, which is odd that it's gapping up again so soon. I don't know. This is kind of a weird one. I mean, strong gap down right here and then trending sideways, doing whatever, but then it gaps up right here, which is pretty significant. Runs up over 100% and then, just gets hammered. And then we're doing the same thing again. I would just be concerned that that's going to get shorted again. But I don't know. That's a weird setup that it's gapping up again just so soon after already doing the same thing.
Well, there's nothing in center points available, and then Cobra has them, but they're charging 86 cents for their shorts. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, this is a weird one. Me personally, I couldn't play it in either direction just because it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I would think that with how the Bears beat this down the other day and with it gapping up just a couple days ago this week, that those Bears are going to honestly look at it as just low-hanging fruit, thinking, hey, we got this the other day. Why not hit it twice in a week? That's what I would be concerned about.
All right.
I mean, hell, all the Bears can go here and leave Predictive Oncology alone. That'd be cool. Let's see what else. We got 4 minutes. We can knock out one more. Let's find one.
Yeah. Questions about UAVS.
I haven't looked at this one in a long time. All right, UAVS, 75.1 million shares outstanding, held by institutions, 21.6%. I do like that right there. Short interest, almost 9.4 million shares short. Percent of float, almost 13.5%. Days to cover, 3.9. I do like that. I like that short interest on top of the share structure. Not really sure what's going on with any catalysts within their company, but overall, I mean, so we can obviously see this nice push up back here and then this strong downtrend. Now, with stocks, a lot of times, when they have these strong run ups and then they just like pull back, they usually have a second spike up. Now, what I would look for here is it attempted it right there, but it got beat down pretty quickly for whatever reason. But what I would look for here is this thing to... Okay, so you see this white line? This is the 9 EMA. I'd wait for it to break above that little peak right there. So just put my crosshairs right there, and then we're going to draw a trend line. All right, so that value be about 347. That's what I would wait for before making an entry. And then, let's see. Let me just try this out again. if this thing had a strong catalyst behind it, I mean, it could obviously move up here. I wouldn't think that it would really. I wouldn't think that it really move up to this $8 range, just because we're talking 150% of movement. And again, I don't know what they have going on, so it could be completely wrong right here. They may have a strong catalyst. I don't know, but me personally, just looking at it from a technical perspective, I would wait for a break above 347 before considering making an entry. Just by default, I'd have my stop in at 296, and then my first target price would be between 538 and 631. So you can see where I drew that line at, right at that little peak. That's actually, you can see where it actually just broke down and just gave up. That would be strong resistance right in this range. So that's what I'm looking for on UAVS when I'm just looking at the chart. So 30 seconds to the bell. Remember, trade safe, trade smart. And let's watch out for this, probably a fake bullish bounce intraday going into the market. And we'll just have to take it from there. And when in doubt, just go all out in POAI, in my opinion.
Have a good day. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Take care. We'll see you all in the next one.